Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
We go tonight. Block 20. Hey, kill.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Super 66.
Sponge. No. Hey, watch it. 49, check 49.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
Watch a slant. Hey, alert 3. SOS.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. He's checking.
Hey, 76. What's that?
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
We go tonight. 180.
58 right there. Watch the screen.
12. Hey, tonight.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another first and 10.
Check. Tighten up.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Yes, sir.
Check curls. Check 37. Check.
DC.
35's the mic. QB's up.
Hey, Charlie.
QB's up.
Goff now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cochran. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
What? My 20.
Wild Bill.
Hold on. Check. What's up?
58's the mic. Go 58's the mic.
Goff on first down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the Cardinals' 12-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Check.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down.
Check three.
Hold on. Check. Hey, tonight.
Go.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken short. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Let's go.
At their own 13-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray flush to his right. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Let's go. Any weapon. This work. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
Let's
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Joe Mixon. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down at the 31.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
What's going on? Hey, hold on. 58 right there. Let's go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to 4th down. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll run with Mixon. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
First down, Arizona.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 17, Murray escaping the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Let's go, baby.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Murray keeps it himself, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So that'll back them up 5.
He goes to that. 180.
I'm scared. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Cut. 120. 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Deuce. Check safety.
Hey, shell.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
DC.
Check 13. Check 13.
Third and long. It's gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, here's Mixon. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
We got 3.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
Let's see what you got.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
58, Mike. No chance.
Turbo's up.
58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Hey, watch the ball.
After the interception, here's Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Man, that's trash. Slam.
2-1.
Switch. Shift.
2-1.
Check. Check your hot read.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Here we go.
On 2nd and a yard, Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Shell.
Switch. Switch.
Set.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
Turbo set.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
At the 8-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the run. They're running it. Joker. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check.
Turbo set.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Cut. 180.
Target. Alert flare.
Hey, kill.
Alert 3. What?
5.
He's crashing.
6. Pull it high.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They come out here in the eye.
20.
Hey, here I come. Under 10.
Ric Flair.
58 for Mike. Stop your whining.
Super one.
Kill. Turn up.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough, as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Switch it.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
36. Check 3.
Value 3.
Rush in. Check. Fresno.
Tiger. Set.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. Turnable, it's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 39. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now,
and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack it.
And got his man complete. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Team spell.
Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. I'm coming for you, son.
Turbo's up.
Now gone. He'll fire one end zone for Cook. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Murray nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now. Back.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. 4 down. Motion. Bumps up the helmet. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Goff. The throw taken in by Cole. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Kill. We go. 76. Shell. Orange.
On 2nd and 1, Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. To throw is Murray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's got him in, Corey Davis. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
Here we go.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Murray now, 9 of 17 through the air. Murray going to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
I'm coming.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
You go tight. You got tight.
From the gun, here's Goff. A bullet throw, but incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Hold on. Check. Mike 35, Mike 35.
You don't want none of that.
Get it. Pick up the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll make it 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Murray. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be taken at the 10. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Goff going to throw it. This throw to the middle taken in by Cole. Now, he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Out of the gun, Goff. And he whips that one incomplete there. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He gets it to Gurley, complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for L.A., their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals,